Just our Ranger.
Bend and snap. All right. I'm ready when you are.
It is day 3 of the series of podcasts that I decided to do while at CES.
Didn't you miss one yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
okay. We did it when we got home. We did it when we got home. Woo! And then, so we are on day 3 now, and it looks like we're going to be doing maybe a total of about 5 because we got CES tomorrow and then Saturday.
Yeah.
And Saturday might be pretty fun because we might be having some fans come by.
Ooh, yeah, because it's finally open to the public.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be filming a video probably just after this, telling everybody, come on out.
Yeah.
Just come to the booth.
You have to. You can stand there. About 300 of you can fit. So about.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. Leave me alone.
Too soon? We're not quite there yet in our friendship, are we?
Canadian living in Taiwan.
Canadian living in Taiwan.
Yes.
That's true.
So what was the coolest thing you've seen so far? I realize this is a stupid loaded question, but
No.
And he also doesn't realize who the host of the podcast is.
It's okay. We can share the burden.
This is amazing, though. This is amazing. I am totally down for this.
I'll take myself out. It's fine.
I haven't even introduced him yet.
Oh, yeah.
Our listeners and our viewers know Nicole so well. She was on the Raucous show we had 2 days ago. That was one hell of a show where we had guests from everything.
Narav was lit up.
Yeah. Lit
up.
was lit.
Too lit?
Like a bulb.
Like a bulb.
But what we have
on
my left, your right, is the great. Okay, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi. My name's Mark Burstiner. Did I do it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my name's Mark Burstiner.
I have it this whole time.
You know what? I'm pretty sure this is actually the only badge that I've acquired this week that has my name spelled correctly.
Oh, okay.
Last night, my name said Burstiner, which we actually thought made sense because you brew beer and then you drink it out of a stein.
Do I have to mention it? Should I mention it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask me. Mention it. Okay,
Appropriateness be damned. I think I've been pronouncing your name wrong this whole time, but I think the way I pronounced it, I thought was epic.
Better?
Yeah.
All right, hit me.
You had to have gotten this pronunciation before.
Hit me.
Do you know which one?
Boobsteiner.
No.
Buttsteiner.
Mark Burstiner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Burstiner's good.
Yeah, all day, every day, my entire life, basically.
So it's not the best one then.
The story goes, the short version of the story is there was a snafu coming through Ellis Island. It's somewhere in my family history.
Okay.
It was
fair enough.
either that or they made it more accessible for America.
America.
Because originally, they were like, Stein is really Jewish. And that wasn't super cool at the time, No, really, it wasn't.
So you just had an to the end and then
Yeah,
it's like
I have someone in my
Merca.
family said, don't do it.
Well, okay, to finish the introduction.
Still me.
He's fairly new, but okay,
Yes.
I have a couple questions for you though. But
Hit me.
Fairly new to the TechnoBuffalo family.
Yes, the herd.
Yes.
The herd.
Yeah, the herd.
Yes,
There
the
we
herd.
go. Yes. So what are we, the police force? The Android 30?
I don't know.
But anyway.
Terrible superhero team.
Terrible. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. So, relatively new. To. I met him at the OnePlus X event.
Yes.
Right. Also, shout out to John. Hopefully everything goes well with the baby.
Yes.
Yeah, John Rettinger, whose wife is, like you said, 9.5 months now. So
Seriously, she's
any moment.
Yes.
Any minute.
She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. She gave us goodie bags for CES to take care of us.
That's awesome.
Loves.
How long have you been doing this type of stuff?
I've been doing a lot of video my whole life. I actually went to film school. I don't know if you know that.
I think you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, I went to School of Visual Arts in New York. And
NYU?
No. NYU Tisch has their own film and video program. School of Visual Arts is an entirely separate school.
Yeah.
So that's where I went for a while. I did that. I wound up in video on the internet and marketing, and then that wound up going into startup culture. I had a startup for a while and then wound that down, wound up doing product management, and this past year decided I don't want to do this anymore. And I saw a video of John's and I was like, I've been doing videos for a long time, but never professionally.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I think I'm pretty damn good at it, so you should hire me. And
Are you talking to us?
No, to John.
Oh, okay. You looked right at me when you said it.
I know.
I
I was like, you want me to steal you from
Have
John?
you not
This
noticed
is a really
that
awkward conversation.
I'm just really
now.
strong with eye contact? Like
Strong.
I know, dude. My eye contact game is on fleek. That's correct usage, right?
Okay,
Yes.
so I've been trying to keep count of all of the things that have happened on the podcast for the first time. That's the first time.
That's the first time?
Yeah.
Fleek has happened officially. On this
Officially, is there a fleek counter now? Because now it's
maybe.
happened like 4 times, I think. And now
Right
whoever's
here.
editing this has a lot of work to do, I think.
It's always me.
Okay, cool.
So the fleek counter right here.
Oh,
Must be
dude,
like
you're
number
making it
7
worse
right
for
now.
you.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore. The counter over here.
Okay, cool.
Well, hey, really happy to have you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Are you
Super
kidding me?
awesome. And okay, so we do have a lot of topics to talk
We do.
about. We will get through them, and we're only 5 minutes in. But I want to talk about one thing. I hate where navigating this floor has gone. Where walking to a door, you just might have a security guard get in your face and say, "No, you can't go through there.
Oh, yeah.
Over there, sir. Over there, sir." I understand that there was. Can we talk about?
The security, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I walked through a metal detector with my tripod and it didn't go off. So I think that there's a lot of things happening here at the show security-wise that I kind of have issue with.
The wavelength is just, I mean, like, there's peaks and valleys, it seems like, because there's the converse where we were walking in, we saw a dude that, like, these doors are very clearly roped off, came out through the door and just barreled in through the rope. And the
then,
security guard's
took them
like,
all down.
dude! He shut the door behind him and locked himself. He penned himself against the wall. It took 3 security guards to get him out.
Well, if you can,
Hilarious.
if you can go up to the dogs they employ to find bombs and drugs and pet it,
No,
I think you have the wrong dog.
They got mad at me. They were like, "He's working." I'm like, "His eyes said pet me."
You're not supposed to pet
I
them,
know, they're
guys.
working.
They're not
No.
supposed to. They're not supposed to let you pet them.
Correct.
The
They're not
dogs are
supposed to let
supposed to
you.
be like on point.
Right.
His
You know?
eyes said
Right.
pet me.
I'm not sure there's such a thing as dog eyes that don't say pet me.
No, the beagles at the airport, they don't want to be petted. They're
Oh,
like, "I want my treats."
Oh, jeez.
Aggressive.
Wow.
Those San Francisco beagles.
So many beagles.
Well, no, not at all. Yeah, I was walking with Edgar. We were trying to go from here to the North Hall and back.
Yes.
And we could not find an entrance to the North Hall.
Yeah, this
because
place is
every
elaborate.
single door
Oh,
said
yeah.
exit only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you need to go over there, but there's actually a special press door for the North Hall.
That's my favorite
like the
door.
magical door. This is the special press door.
Number
They're
one
like-
favorite door.
Yeah.
Only door I use.
It's a good one because it comes out to like a nice calm area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Puts you right in the front. You can also get to the central area. I mean, wow, I just realized we're having a full-on conversation about the layout of the Las Vegas
Yeah.
Convention Center.
Yeah.
Well, we sound like Californians going, you take the 10 to the 210 to the 605.
Dude, that's a real thing I've
It's a real
experienced.
thing.
It is a real thing,
I
yeah.
just moved to California from Chicago.
Yeah.
Previously, I was in New York, and I thought the Californians bit on SNL was a joke. I thought they were just being silly. But no, I don't understand
I
why
can tell you right
Californians
now.
don't think that you can use Google Maps. I don't need a landmark anymore, man. It's 2015. I just plug in where I want to go, and the internet tells me how to get there.
Absolutely. Well, navigating this whole floor has always been a nightmare. I just
It
feel
has-
like it's been worse. I just feel like it's gotten worse.
It has always been a nightmare, and them enforcing security entrances and exits has made it actually even worse.
Yeah.
Right? Because like they're just like, "Oh no, you have to exit over there," and I'm like, "You're just creating 2 streams that they're just even worse than us just trying to like mesh
like-
through one door."
And like the Las Vegas Convention Center has become like the airport. You can only have
Yeah.
2 bags.
Yeah.
And you can only, well, it has to be this big, and
So
stuff like
when
that.
you guys come on Saturday, be aware.
Yeah, exactly. Only
When you
have
come
one
down,
bag.
Only
Be
have one
super
bag,
aware.
and like the base has to be less than 6 inches.
I mean, they say all these things.
But we're exceptioned out.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
When they see the,
Oh.
well, I took
When
mine
they see
off.
the press badge, they'll like.
Oh, so that makes sense because
Yeah.
no, I read an article like 2 weeks ago that press is like they can't set off bombs. Like press don't know how.
And
the press they're
that's-
cleared by the government.
That's
They're
why
always
when we
safe.
get the green tag on our bag and we can go and come as much as we want, we can't change the contents inside.
right.
Yeah.
They make sure that you can't.
Yeah.
And it's a very they run a tight ship.
Through magic.
Yeah, it's very very tight ship.
All right, cool. So after that small rant by the 3 of us, I will open up the panel.
Deep breath.
Second day. We are in the second day. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming to our booth. We are,
dude.
which is where we are filming this. So,
Dude, please.
all of you on the audio podcast, make sure you get onto the YouTube channel because
Yeah.
we have been doing full video podcasts every day
Yeah.
so far.
Woo!
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of work, but
Yeah,
it's been really
it ain't
fun.
easy.
Yeah.
Want to see what it looks
Yeah.
like when I haven't shaved in a few days? You want to check out the video one, you know? Yeah.
Look at the 5 o'clock shadow 2 days from now.
a little hot in here.
It's a little hot in here.
72-hour shadow. Is that
Yeah.
the- But anyway, Yeah, the booth has been great. We have this. This is where we've been conducting a lot of our interviews and all that. But we have been able to talk to people like the likes of some high-end people from Huawei, ZTE. I got to have an interview with somebody from the WPC. Yeah, and they were able to tell us about wireless charging. And he was super passionate. I love that guy. He was so awesome. He's like, we should have smaller phones with smaller batteries, but wireless charging everywhere. I should be right here, and there should be a pad right here. You know, he was super awesome. But what has been sort of the thus far hump day highlight so far for you guys?
I feel like someone asked that question.
I feel like I'm taking my show back is what I'm doing.
Okay, fair enough. You got to watch your back.
Oh, yeah. But also, you know, you can ask the questions, but as long as they know who you are first.
No, I can't have that happen, Josh. I can't. So what is the coolest thing I've seen? What have you enjoyed?
What have you enjoyed?
It's from yesterday, so I got to check out the LG 18-inch rollable flexible display.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I mean, it was beautiful color saturation, really good contrast, and in the really, really, really long session afterwards, and they actually forced me to, it was really long. They're like, we're going to show you OLED versus LCD, and we're going to make you believe that everything should be OLED. I'm like, okay, right? For literally 5 minutes.
And then they put those clamps on your eyes. Look at these 4 TVs.
And literally, we're all like, we just want to see the rollable display. They're like, in an hour. And we're like, God.
What do you mean in an hour?
Yeah. So we had to have some indoctrination into OLED first. But then when I got to the rollable display, I'm like, I love
OLED. Dude, let's be real.
As you're
OLED is
putting
the correct
water
answer.
in your eyes after it's so dry.
But I mean, the way that it folded out, and then in the session after, how they were talking about how they were coming up with new ways to close the air gaps, right? And how OLED doesn't have the same problems because you can hang it from ceilings and everything like that for just for more innovative uses. But when they were like, you know what, the air gaps that we're doing on smaller panels to decrease or to decrease the gap basically, so that things are a little more vibrant. For smartphones and tablets, I was no, we're not committing because we're just a component maker, and someone would have to come on board for this.
Right.
But it's kind of in our roadmap.
Right.
Unofficially. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have curved displays, but they're hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So just
hard.
tell me oh, we have these flexible displays. I'm like, flexible when you made it.
Yeah.
But not in my pocket.
See the first person who gets a curved TV and tries to go like this.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
So to me, that was the coolest thing because one step closer to really cool looking flexible color OLED displays.
Yeah, I think we're almost there. I think there's a lot still to do. I think there's a dog.
Someone's petting the dog.
Someone
He's upset.
Someone has
He's
a
upset.
banana in their bag, and the dog's going crazy.
The dog's going crazy. Where's my treat? Where's my treat?
Wait, is banana code for truck?
No.
Okay,
They love fresh fruit.
Well, I was telling a story to Edgar earlier that one time when I came back from Shanghai, a dog went nuts on this young Chinese woman's carry-on bag. And the dog was going nuts, and she takes it out, and it's a banana.
No, bananas are the number one.
Oh, wow.
Dogs dogs at airports freak out about bananas. They freak out.
Yeah.
I had a banana in my bag 18 hours before, and the dog was like, "Oh my god, banana!"
My favorite part though was that the TSA person came over and was like, "Ma'am, you can't bring produce from another country," which is true. You can't do that.
Correct.
You can't
but then
do that.
she's like, "Leave it there. I'm gonna come back with a bag, one of those plastic bags to leave it in." And while she's gone, this woman maybe didn't know that much English. She grabs and tries to eat it.
Guys, I'm learning so much right now.
and the TSA person's like, "No, don't you dare! Don't eat that banana."
Wow, I will. Now I know.
Yeah.
Bananas, be very careful.
Yes,
banana
exactly.
phones.
Banana
Not
phones.
something that we want to go near. But yeah, we're very close to.
BID, but
actually, dude, when I can look at my wrist and see an honest to goodness rollable display.
Yes.
That when I take it off and something that charges incredibly easily.
Yeah.
Not just the rollable and flexibility aspect of things though, but when we get to the point where AMOLED displays are all over, not just OLED. AMOLED displays.
Okay.
We see them in phones all the time now, but we're still not there yet. We were just talking about the Robin earlier.
Yeah.
I want to get to where we have AMOLED displays in models of that price point.
Yeah.
The Robin's $400.
Yeah.
I want to see, and that's why the X was so exciting for me, because I love seeing AMOLED on a display. I just think that The true blacks, just that's what gets my goat.
Yeah.
True blacks.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had a goat.
We got it.
Taken away, someone stole it.
Got it.
I mean, and then probably was that your answer, by the way, or?
No, I was just.
Oh, you're agreeing with her. Okay.
Yes.
So what has tickled the fancy, as it were?
I honestly, I'm a gamer, dude. I'm a gamer, and
you're a gamer, dude, or you're a gamer dude?
Either or, both.
Okay.
Both, man, dude. I had. Razer has been doing stuff for a while.
Oh, the
that's
stealth?
gotten me, yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Didn't they already have an Ultrabook? Why are they calling it their first?
Because this is a different kind of computer. They did have an Ultrabook. It's the Blade.
The Blade, yeah.
The Blade Stealth is even smaller, and the I/O on it can handle the core. And it's not even so much that the Stealth is what's really exciting. The core is what's really exciting. I/O is now at a point where we can just plug in a graphics card, a high-end graphics card, as if it were just a hard drive.
Just like on the Surface Book.
Just like, sort of
but
like the Surface Book.
attach, right? I mean, like the technology is there.
The tech is there.
Yeah.
The issue is the Surface Book really sucks for editing.
It's the Adobe integration is not strong.
It's
the Adobe integration is not strong.
It is not on fleek.
Yeah, it's not on fleek.
Off fleek.
So actually after the
Yeah.
after the show, I've been complaining about how, because like I flew to New York. I bought a plane ticket, flew to New York, bought the Surface Book for an editing machine. I have the exact same one as John, and we were talking about it last night.
Yeah.
How we're just like, you know what, it's not that strong. But
really not. It's
no.
disappointing.
But the interesting thing is that the way that the OS integration on the Surface Book is, you can't push it into high performance mode. And plugged in, not plugged in, it doesn't affect the render time.
Right.
So I was complaining about this. I'm like, this is bullshit. They're like, well, the graphics card and the size and blah, blah, blah. Right? So these guys sent me some links about how to push the Surface Book into high power mode to enable faster render times.
Okay.
So I wasn't going to try that before CES.
Sure.
So after CES, I'm going to try to hack my Surface Book.
If you get it to work, please let me know.
I will let you guys know.
We've had a miserable experience. We have 2 Surface Books, and we bought them to use for editing.
Yeah, for Adobe.
But hasn't been great. What I'm trying to do, hopefully tomorrow, I already shot the video for the Blade Stealth.
Ooh.
Because you know how they have gamers playing like Fallout and stuff over there. Editors can use graphics cards too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head over to the booth, actually use it to cut the video about it.
Oh, that's
and then
a
can you
good
make a
idea.
video about making a video about editing it?
No, actually, I was gonna make a video about telling you about making the video about editing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
And then he's also going to edit that video.
Josh is one step ahead of us. Josh is making that video now.
Oh yeah, there you go.
My God.
Yes, we're so.
You can just
So
title this
good.
episode "Meta on
we're
Fleek."
so meta.
Meta on fleek.
And then we're so.
Making your life miserable.
No, exactly. The counter is so high up there. I think
Miserable.
it's double digits at this point.
Yeah, I really think that's the coolest thing I've seen so far. There has been other cool stuff. The Kodak Super 8 camera that basically shoots in digital as well is dope. I was talking to you about, again, the Robin earlier. I fell in love with it. Actually, one of our mobile editor, Todd.
God bless Todd.
Todd.
Shout out to Todd.
Todd Hazelton?
Todd Hazelton.
Hazelton?
Yes.
I sat beside him in a press conference once.
He is such a sweetheart, and he is a sucker for phones, believe it or not.
Really?
The article that he wrote up after we went and briefed the Robin, the headline is, and he literally did this while we were there. He decided he just bought it right there. He was like on his phone. I'm shooting B-roll, and he just says to Scott, he's like, I just bought one. You did it. You sold me. Like, I got it. So we really, really enjoyed it. I think I was worried about them. I really was, but
Yeah.
I think they've got some cool tricks up their sleeves.
I agree. There's one thing that I do want to talk about if I can do this. So right before
topic change? Is this?
No, well, it's a slight topic change, but it's something that we were talking about before that we said we would bring up here.
Yeah,
and I want to make sure that we do.
Yes.
And it's my love of EMUI on the Mate 8
EMUI.
and Huawei products, right?
EMUI.
So I love Huawei and Huawei
Let's bring
products.
it in, by the way, a little bit. I don't want you going.
Oh, am I off- am I out of
I don't
frame?
understand
Very
how so many people at CES
Too
hate
fast.
Oh, look.
EMUI, Emotion UI. I love it.
Why do you like it?
It took me a while to get used to no app drawer. So usually I don't like phones that have that. But
Right.
like the timeline, like when you pull down for notifications, it's really smart. The
do like
camera,
that, yeah.
the camera's really nice. And I can find stuff, like because a lot of times when there's no timeline, Or sorry, no, app drawer. I'm like, where is that app?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You're just going
I'm like,
page after page.
and I'm like,
there's no.
how do I find this? Right. But they have smart search functionality for me to be able to find my apps. And most app drawerless phones don't have that. So this, I love it so much.
No.
Why do you hate it?
I'm going to temper my emotions because I have not given it a fair shake.
You should.
And it deserves an open mind. So we have the Mate 8. That I'm going to be reviewing it. I have not had an opportunity to really dig in.
Okay.
If I feel the same way as you do, I will come back on this show and proclaim my love for it.
If I invite him. What?
Thanks for covering your mouth, because that way you can cover it up with, "You're always welcome." Perfect.
I like the EMUI. Like, it's not bad, and but I will admit that I put Google Now Launcher on it.
Yeah.
But everything
fine.
else is good. Like,
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
like if you're a Google
It's not-
Now
it's
Launcher
no Color
person, really?
I mean, ColorOS is worse. That's what I was.
I was gonna say, like, I'm
No,
not.
sorry.
Like, I'm using an Oppo right now. I still haven't moved off
an Oppo?
the R7S.
Really?
Yeah.
I still haven't moved off of it.
I gotta be super honest.
Yeah.
That has sat around, but like, I just haven't even touched it.
So, like, the thing is, like, I just didn't move on to it. Well, so the phone that I moved into after I reviewed the R7S was the Microsoft X950 XL.
950, yeah.
The XL.
Yeah.
I haven't reviewed the 950. The XL,
Yeah.
it was a disaster.
How?
Right?
How do you mean?
The XL, well, when you hold it, it makes sounds.
Oh, sure, it's creaky.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and then, like,
Creaky AF.
sometimes the OS doesn't like to move.
And
You're like, oh, let me
therein
just
lies the issue.
change the page. No, we're gonna. Okay, now.
Right.
Now.
I
Right.
realize this is Android Authority, but
Yeah. Well, we're
Windows Phone
we're
is-
hating.
Yeah,
Right now we're hating on Windows. So
look,
that works
man,
out for you
they
guys.
have such great ideas. It's just,
Hey,
Execution
what's
right
going on
now.
over there, you know?
what do you mean? Is there a Windows Phone over there? Look, man, they have
The unicorn.
such great ideas. Wow, he really just, okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. We'll move on. We'll move on.
No, it's totally
No,
fine.
hey,
it's totally fine.
It's your show.
I actually have reviewed a Windows Phone.
I
on,
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I loved that video. It was such a fun video to put together.
and one of the first conferences that Josh and I hung out was an IFA in Berlin,
Yeah.
and he was wearing this Android Authority T-shirt. We're like, no, just come to the Microsoft dinner. Right? And he's like, no, I don't think I can. I'm like, it's fine. Just come to the Microsoft dinner. And so he's outside the Microsoft dinner trying to, like, button up his shirt.
Yeah.
Right.
Little
To
nervous.
cover
I had
up the Android
a
Authority
spare
logo.
shirt. I don't know if luckily, but I had a spare shirt in my bag, and there was just this black button up, and I was like,
Trying to put it on the Android Authority logo.
I don't want it. I'm gonna get my ass beat.
Look, man.
They're all like, oh, you're from Android.
Not from nothing. The folks at Microsoft have always been quite kind to us.
Well, the best part about that too was I did that, and then I had my card, and I was like, here you go.
Here you go.
And the PR person,
As if your name
whoever it
isn't
was,
already synonymous.
wow.
You know.
The person takes the card and is like, oh, thank you.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
You sit over there.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
That's what the corner's for.
No, I really have I have no qualms with Windows.
Yeah.
Well,
at
but
all, like,
right now is not the
it's
time to get back into it. I mean,
Well, fair.
yeah.
Well,
I
okay.
am hoping so hard that with the new architecture that they actually, because many third-party apps have already said Windows 10 on mobile has been enough to get them to take another look at the platform.
Yeah.
And if they can get their ecosystem to a place where I don't need to give up literally half of the services that I use,
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to use it. Plus,
Yeah.
the Band 2 is phenomenal.
I want a band too.
The Band
Yeah,
2
I
is
want a band
fan-freaking-tastic.
We should just start a band.
Start a band.
Do you play anything?
No,
I play drums.
I play piano and sing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
there's
a master
melody,
at
percussion.
karaoke.
What do you do?
Well, I took music in high school and I played the baritone.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do a ska band.
I love you guys. The tangents come so great.
So fast and furious.
The digressions
Fast-
are so
fast
awesome.
seven.
No, so
Fast-
I wanted to bring it back around to
Bring it.
Android and productivity.
Yeah.
So the Samsung Tab 2 Pro, right, a Windows tablet, right? So interesting because I
2?
honestly, Tab Pro.
Pro 2.
Pro 2, yeah.
Pro tip?
Pro 2.
Pro tip.
Pro 2.
Okay. Okay.
Because like on tablets, I prefer Windows just as a productivity, like more like just
Yeah,
as a
I
productivity
tend to
getting
agree, yeah.
things
I don't
things
think I
on
disagree
device.
with you.
Yeah.
And then that
yeah.
that iteration of the remix that we saw last night for kind of bringing together a Windows and Mac and like iOS kind of onto Android in terms of like
Yeah.
just productivity. That was really interesting.
Yep.
And then on the Pro, that's kind of a hard name.
Pro 2.
The
Pro 2.
Pro 2.
Pro 2.
On the Pro 2,
I remember
the
correctly.
Android, the Android iteration, or the Android customization and bridging was the smartest that I've seen for cross OS interplay, right? Like unlocking the tablet with like your fingerprint and like automatically sharing hotspot, right? Like just like that kind of OS integration would actually make me consider to carry a Samsung around when I'm on the go doing business, right? So like just constantly having like my tablet and I can like write and like. Yeah,
For years, Samsung has not been able to get the Moby Dick that is Nicole Scott.
Yeah.
In any capacity?
I am anti-Samsung.
No phone, tablet, computers, TVs.
Okay, the Note or the Series 9. Oh.
Is that your active?
This is my active.
Damn,
Yes.
son. Dude, that was a good phone though.
It was. I'm using it still.
You know, in its heyday.
I haven't liked a Samsung phone since the Galaxy S2.
You liked the S2?
I liked it. The camera on the S2 was banging for the time.
It was banging for the time.
Yeah.
For the time.
For the time it was
For the time.
banging.
And then the S2 is what the Galaxy Nexus was based on, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, in all fairness, the Galaxy Nexus lasted me a solid 2 years, like over 2 years.
Yeah.
And my next phone after that was a Nexus 5. So, okay.
Yeah.
Chalk
Yeah.
one up. Nicole?
Yeah, there you go.
Samsung's got me interested. And
Yeah.
It's the very first time in a very long time that I've been like, all right, Samsung.
Can we talk about Remix OS?
Can I answer the question
Oh,
that I asked earlier?
I thought we were the guests, dude. You don't ask yourself
Well, then you know what?
questions,
You
dude.
can give me a hard time on my own podcast. This is what I'm going to do.
Are you getting the whiskey?
I got no. I know my face.
What is this? Let me help you.
So from a recommendation, here, hold it down here.
Oh,
This is going to be an unveil. This is going
it's
to be
an
an unveil.
unveil.
Okay.
All right.
Do you need here?
From-
Let me cable
No.
wrangling.
Oh, okay.
I just want to wrangle so you don't.
So from the recommendation of a buddy, he was like, "There's this kind of raffle that I know needs more people in it.
Right.
So can you just go ahead and like enter in, and then we'll see what happens." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, we just need more people at the booth." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So we go to the booth. They go through 30 names that those people are not
there.
And then Joshua Vergara, you just won a Pro Drone bird.
Wow.
Ooh, very nice.
This is my highlight of the show.
Very nice.
Yes, 1080p folds up
Okay.
to about the
Yeah.
size of a PS3.
This
PS3
turns into
Slim?
this.
Slim.
Okay,
Let's say
cool.
slim. Right there,
this?
see? Yeah, that way. So, yeah, and everyone, as I was walking away from that booth, was like, "I'll give you $400 for it." And then I asked my buddy, like, "How much is this thing anyway?" And he was like, "Oh, don't answer any of them because it's about $1,000."
Ooh.
So, yeah, this will be my
Wow.
highlight. So,
Very nice.
So this is the coolest thing you've seen.
this is the coolest thing that I've seen is me winning a contest.
So I'm
I think that
expecting.
counts.
or a raffle, yeah.
Yeah.
That totally counts.
So
you go.
I'm expecting Android Authority videos of you like standing there with a phone and then like the drone like circling around and you're
Oh,
like.
I made a contact there. I
yourself.
said, "Hey, if you give me a quote-unquote review unit, I will go ahead and film videos using the drone."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said too, I know, please make a smartphone mount, and then I will really review that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's-
No, someone gave me one and then it crashed.
The drone?
The drone crashed.
The drone-
I crashed it. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's
And then
a
it
different
broke.
sentence.
Oh,
though.
it's
bro.
about to fly.
No, the
darn.
Bluetooth, the Bluetooth connect. They're like, don't use it around buildings, and I'm like, this isn't around buildings, ish.
She's in the middle of Manhattan. There are no buildings here.
Did you see the fixed wing drone?
No, I didn't yet.
I have
It
not
was
seen
pretty
that.
cool. I think it's in North Hall.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like gated in mesh, and it basically
they have
only
to.
flies
They do
in
that here, too.
circles.
They
They
do that
have
here,
to.
too.
Oh, okay,
They
okay.
have to. It's like the law.
Okay, cool. But it basically only, because it's fixed wing, it kind of just flies in circles
Yeah.
around the whole thing.
I've seen people carrying them around. I don't know if I'm just lucky to like constantly
Maybe.
be behind these guys when they're walking places. So I'm like
I feel like we're constantly behind people when we're walking places while we're here.
the same people.
The same people who walk 2 miles
That's
an hour.
that's our inspiration. That's our inspirational quote of the day right there.
Yeah.
I think we're always behind people when we're walking.
Yeah, I'm behind you, man.
Shower thoughts.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna pound for you, but there we go.
There you go.
Squid away.
See, look at this. Look at this. You know, if only. Okay, Michael. A shout out to you, man. You weren't able to make it on
Yeah.
here. We wish that you were here.
We wish you were here.
But you know what? He did say, because I'm not going to be on yours. You don't have to be on mine.
Oh.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, and then I
Ah,
said giggity. And
what a fair guy.
So yeah, he's got his whole team here anyway, and I've been getting some people in and out of this one. So okay, for the last 5, maybe 10-ish, if we go a little crazy on this one.
Okay.
Right? What was that topic you were about to do before I pulled my drone out?
I don't remember.
Hey,
I don't remember.
I'm so sorry.
Ruh-roh.
EMUI?
No.
Well then, I'll tell you what.
Loving EMUI?
Elephant in the room.
Yeah.
CES, not necessarily like the best event.
I was
anymore
hoping
when
you were
it
going to bring
comes
this up.
mobile. Not as necessarily the best one
what?
anymore. We got to give it to the one company that has really given us the show this year. We got to give it to Huawei.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have to.
We got to give it to Huawei.
I think
I
we
love
have to.
Huawei.
Right?
I think Huawei. I feel like they came out of nowhere this year.
No, so like both phones that I carry around because I can't decide the P8. I love it so much, and I'm carrying the Mate S as well because the camera's supposed to be better. I can't really see it, but the P8 is like I don't understand why they're saying the Mate S is for women or like targeted at women. I'm like the P8's like smaller and more pocketable, so I don't need to carry a purse.
P8.
The P8,
Yeah,
yeah, but you guys got the crappy one in the U.S. The real one from the rest of the world is amazing.
Yeah. The Mate 8 or the
No, the
or
P8.
you're saying the P8?
The P8.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The P8, yeah, the P8.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Small,
Was
pocketable,
this what you
amazing
thought I was gonna
camera,
talk about?
all
Yeah,
made of metal.
okay.
Yeah. Well,
had
I
no
thought you were going to
idea.
talk about like the sort of demise of CES.
Oh well, sure.
But
can talk
that's
about
a
that
that's a byproduct.
I'd rather-
though,
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And you know what? Actually, I do think Huawei has kind of stolen the show this year. But I will say, I was impressed by the stuff that LETV brought to the table this year.
Fair.
Oh yeah, I put up my review of the LETV 1S beginning of December, and I was just like, I'm so in love with this phone. It's so really great.
I was floored, and we
Yeah.
spent a good amount of
Yeah.
time this morning with the Pro Max
The
that
Pro
has
Max.
the 820 in it.
Yeah.
We got it off the
I'm
tether.
editing that right now.
We got it in hand without being stuck
Yeah.
to something, and it is.
Well, they had it at PepCon.
Did they?
Yeah.
I wasn't even.
Oh.
I
See, we had a meeting with them. No mention of the Max Pro.
Oh.
Whatsoever.
Really?
And then one of their representatives came by. You know, God bless her. She came by and she's like, "Hey guys, we actually do have it. So come on by."
We
So
spent
we
a-
made them come here. Let me just say that. But that
As
thing,
you do.
That thing was very nice.
You guys need to
I'm
get
very
to
impressed.
know-
I'm excited to see what they do.
Very good, yeah.
And Will Park works with them now. I don't know if you know him, but he was at it.
That's exactly who we
he's
were hanging out with
so
today.
Yeah, he's the one
good.
who
I
came.
love
man,
Will.
his business
Great
card's
guy.
still in
I
my
love-
pocket.
hey!
I adore that man.
I adore that man
I
too.
met him today. And
Oh, really?
Just the sweetest guy.
When
John's
he-
known him for a long time.
No, so he used to have a site.
Yes,
A
that's how
website.
John knows
and so
him.
yeah, so I knew him for a long time. They went to NVIDIA, and like I was just like, you know what? If you left NVIDIA to go work for these guys, like your instincts are on point.
Yeah.
Because like the 1S was a killer phone for the price point. The build quality sets new levels for that price point.
I feel like after everything I've learned
Right.
about Will Park today,
Oh.
it's that he's one to watch. If he's looking at something, paying attention to something, now I'm paying attention to you, Will
Yeah,
Park.
we're watching you, Will Park. Especially what you're eating and where you're running.
What? Why?
You're not.
No, you made it weird now.
Sorry, Will.
God. Now he's not going to send his review unit.
I don't even know what you said. What was that? It was such a weird.
Especially-
Nicole is watching him in a weird way. Let's move on.
I'm just his Facebook friend.
Okay, dude.
Oh, okay.
And he like posts where he runs and what
So,
he eats.
so he's like in.
No,
like
they're not
marathon
photos. No,
shorts
there's
with a
not.
hot dog. Like,
Follow him on Facebook, guys, to find out. On Twitter,
Oh,
actually.
man.
I have no idea where that went.
me
No,
neither.
he's not wearing or eating anything weird. He's just posting good food photos and running in circles around parks.
Okay, man.
There you go.
You need to take the shovel away from Nicole. She keeps digging.
Stop it! I'm even blushing now.
Oh man. Oh, she totally is. Okay, well,
My hands are clammy now because I feel like I hurt your feelings. So I gotta fix
Things
this.
just got awkward.
my show just brings people together, doesn't it?
Oh my God, so close. My Jesus Christ. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, we do have to give it to Huawei for
We do.
for just kind of not really saving the show, but giving us something to be excited about. You know.
I
And,
agree.
They also did the whole Pavlovian thing. It's like, oh, you came over, so here's a treat.
Yeah. Here's a
Here's
treat.
your Mate 8.
Yep.
and
Here's your Nexus 6P.
6P.
Can we talk while we're still on Huawei? Can
Yeah.
we talk about one more very important thing? The Kirin. That's their own
Oh,
silicon.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited about the Kirin.
That's their own
yeah.
silicon.
They've-
It's 8
yeah.
cores, 4 cores clocked. I think what is it, 2.2 for the higher one, and then the other one's down at 1.6. The
I
other
want it.
4,
Yeah.
but they're doing good work. The Exynos line has been doing very similar stuff with their octa-core
Yeah.
chips, but I'm super stoked because I like Qualcomm. I like their products, but they've got to be shaking in their boots.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to slow that thing down yet.
yeah. No, and like what's even more impressive to me is that like they've been able to clock it up and get the heat issues down
which is astounding.
In one iteration, right? Like it wasn't like they tried it a couple times like Samsung with the Exynos because I live in Asia. I've been buying the Exynos phones and I'm like
for a while now, right?
And like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm like this Samsung phone sucks, right? And I didn't really I knew it was because it had the shittier processor in it.
Yeah.
But that's another reason why I've never really been so big on Samsung because the Exynos is just not it just was not a solid processor.
Do you think that's where we're going? Do you think we're going to see more and more companies start to be doing top-down builds where they're controlling as much of the process as possible?
I kind of hope so.
Me too.
Because I would like,
Yeah, no, like it makes sense. Apple does it.
Yeah.
These guys are doing it. Samsung's trying to do it. I mean, like
because you know how to optimize your device.
Sure.
So you should be able to,
And that's why I like EMUI so much because like. You guys are gonna love it.
Cut.
You're gonna love it.
Thanks for watching.
No,
continue.
But for real, that's why I like it. I'm blushing again. Stop it.
Okay, no, EMUI.
Easily my favorite episode so far. Easily.
So I love EMUI so much because like when you sit down with their OS team, they're like, you know what, we turn these things on, we turn them off, and you guys are able to go into the settings and tweak the OS exactly how you want it to get the power drain down, so you can get 2 days of battery on like a 2,000-ish like milliampere, like not even into 3,000 or 4,000.
Sure.
Right, and like these guys are packing in massive batteries and then not paying attention to the operating system and the processor. That's why I like.
Geez.
That's why
She's
I'm
mad now. She's
so
I know, right?
so into it.
I have to give. I will give EMUI a little bit of credit. It keeps it real because when you open up that like optimizer application, it goes, okay, you're at 49%. You're gonna get 8 hours of battery life.
Right.
You could get 16 if you did this one thing. It says turn off mobile data.
Come on, bro.
If you don't use your phone, you're gonna get a lot of
Maybe you just want to play Angry Birds.
Maybe.
I mean, honestly, that
saw that and I
mode
was
should just be an off switch. Like, you've got 6% left. The best recommendation we can make for you right now is that little power button on the side.
Just turn it off.
Just turn your phone off and turn it on if you need a big phone call.
I just remember opening that up and it was like I hit the button optimize and I saw it. I'm like, no shit, Huawei. Like, are you kidding me? Come on.
Please tell me that someone asked. You had the CEO on here earlier.
Oh, we did,
yesterday.
yeah.
Someone made mention of that, right?
No, well, Darcy was the one who.
Oh, right. It wasn't you. Yeah, I think I yelled at you while it was happening.
That was the one.
Yeah.
He comes by right over here like, hey, handsome. And I'm over there.
We're shooting here, guys. There's no accounting for me.
And the guy on the audio mixer was just like,
It's fine. Didn't hear anything.
that's why we have the lapels.
Didn't hear anything.
All right. Well, hey,
Man.
I want to give you guys all of my gratitude. Thank you guys so much for being on this episode number 3. And as I start saying that, the low battery indicator came on, so I must be
Perfect
quick.
timing.
Keep it tuned to Android Authority for even more of the CES 2016 podcast series and even more of all of our coverage. Make sure you head on over to MobileGeeks to see Nicole Scott and everything that she's doing over there. And of course, you can head on over to our fellow Revision 3 brethren.
Yes!
TechnoBuffalo over here.
That's true. That's true.
To
Yeah.
go see John Rettinger, Mr. John for Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that Kobe's. We'll talk about it later, John. But anyway.
Yeah. It's not basketball authority.
Yeah, not at all. Not that I would even be one. But anyway. And you can also see Mark over there.
Yes,
Mark
I am there.
Burstiner.
Burstiner. Yes.
Burstiner.
You did it. We made it there, guys.
Not Burstiner.
No.
All right.
It's okay, though.
So, yes. So that should pretty much do it. Follow these guys. I'm going to go ahead and edit this or go into the description below to see all of their Twitter handles, their Instagram handles, and whatnot. You can always find me at JVTechT. Now, thank you guys so much for watching and or listening to the Android Authority podcast. And remember to stay tuned for the next maybe 1 or 2 more episodes left that we have at CES 2016 because we, Android Authority, MobileGeeks, and TechnoBuffalo, join me together, guys. We are your source for all things Android.
Android. Ah, damn it!